Like we talked about, cross division is important because it saves a lot of time. I'm going to show you guys it works out to the same answer as if you multiply straight across. Okay, here's the gist of what we're doing, and I don't really like to use variables in this class because for pre-algebra, I feel like we should just focus on basic math. But basically what's going to end up happening is, for example, 3a over a. It's kind of like saying 9 over 3 if a was 3. You can divide those two and end up with just one number on top or bottom, depending on where the bigger number is. Wherever the bigger number is where your answer is going to be, and we'll go over that with some examples. And then you can also cross divide from top right to bottom left. This would simplify to, somebody know what 8b over 4b is? The b's are going to cancel. What's 8 over 4? Okay, so the 8 is bigger than the 4. The 2 is going to go down here, and that's why we get 3 over 2. So that's what we're going to be doing in this lesson.
Basically, you're just trying to figure out what the number or the letter is.
Well, there's not going to be any variables in the lesson. That's just on the, yeah, it's going to be just multiples, but you kind of have to use a variable to explain what a multiple is. But anyways, let's do it the long way. Let's do it the short way. We're going to do 3 different examples that way. First example is going to be real simple. Make sure you guys are taking notes. Let's do 2 over 3 times 9 over 4. Okay, the long way is to do what? Yep, 2 times 9 is 18, and 3 times 4 is 12, right? Then you've got to take that and reduce it. So you divide the top and bottom by 6. And we get 3 over 2, right? Okay. Now the way cross division works is you divide top left and bottom right first. So what I mean is the 2 and the 4. Now guys, listen to me very closely. Start with the bigger number. Whether it's on the top or bottom, it doesn't matter. Which one's bigger, 2 or 4? So we're going to take the 4 and divide by the 2, which equals. Okay. The point I'm making is wherever the bigger number is, in this case is 4, that's where your answer goes. Okay? So if the 4 was on top and the 2 was on the bottom, then the answer would go on top. Which leads us to the next cross canceling. Once you go top left, bottom right, then you go top right, bottom left. Is 9 or 3 bigger? 9. So what's 9 over 3? So that goes on top, and look, we got the same answer than when we did it the long way, only we basically did it in one step, right? Let's do another one. Let's say we have 5 over 7, and we're going to be multiplying by 7 over 15. Okay, so the long way, we'd have to do 5 times 7, which is 35, and then 7 times 15, 105, I think. Right? Yeah. Then we'd have to take the 35 and the 105 and reduce by dividing the top and bottom by 35. And we'd get 1 over 3. 35 goes into 105 3 times. Let's see how long it takes to do it with the shortcut. We got 5 over 7 times 7 over 15. Divide the 5 and the 15. 15 is bigger than 5, so the 3 goes down here. Then the 7 cancel and become 1. Which way do you guys like better? Yeah, you like the short way better, right?
Which one gives me more credit?
Let's do one more. Neither one gives you more credit.
Okay, then I like this.
Let's do 20 over 7 times 14 over 10. Now the long way, you got to multiply straight across. 20 times 14 is 280, right?
Yeah.
And 7 times 10 is 70. So we get 280 over 70. This one's not too bad. That gives you 4, right? Now the shortcut, we got 20 over 7 times 14 over 10. What's 20 over 10?
2 over 1. Well, 2 over 1.
Yep, the 2 goes on top where the 20 is, and 14 over 7 is 2. All right, in this example, you got both numbers on top, so you got to multiply that. 2 times 2, not divide. Yeah, multiply, 4. Make sure you write these steps down, guys. Make sure you write them down at least once. Good point. Bigger number gets a number. All right, let's.
Like majority wins, kind of.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
So let's write it.
Let's do 4 over 9 times. We're gonna do 12 over 10. Okay, this one's different, guys, because it doesn't divide evenly. All right, so we could actually call this cross-reducing, right? Cross-reducing. This is a little bit trickier. But anyways, first things first, we're going to divide the top left by the bottom right, which means this number and this number. How can you reduce 4 over 10? Divide them both by 2. Okay, so I'm going to divide that one by 2, divide that one by 2, and that's going to become 2 up here and 5 down here. So it doesn't always divide evenly, okay? Same is going to be true when we go from the top right to the bottom left. So in other words, top right's 12, reduce that with the bottom left, which is 9. How would we cross reduce 12 and 9? Good, divide by 3. 12 over 3 is 4. 9 over 3 is 3.
What's step 2?
Step 2 is to divide the top right by the bottom left. Okay, so in this particular example, you might want to prefer to multiply straight across because it gets a little confusing. That's why I'm teaching you guys both ways. Now we have to simplify. So what I'm going to do is rewrite what we have here. We have a 2 and the 4 on the top, and we have a 3 and the 5 on the bottom. Okay, and then that's going to give us 8 over 15. So yes, this way is still shorter than multiplying straight across, but it can get a little confusing when you have 4 different numbers like that. Just make sure you keep good track of them. It doesn't matter as long as you get the right answer. If you know that 4 over 10 is 2 over 5, you don't have to put the 2 for both of them. All right, let's do one with a negative. So let's have negative 10. 3 steps. Divide top right by bottom left, top left by bottom right, top right by bottom left, simplify. All right, negative 10 over 13 times 39 over 15. Okay, so first off, we're going to divide the top left by the bottom right. How do negative 10 and 15 reduce? What were you going to say? Okay, good. Divide by 5. That one becomes 2, and that one becomes 3. Don't forget there's still a negative there, so it's actually negative 2. Then we're going to take the top right, divide the bottom left. 39 over 13. Remember, the answer goes where the bigger number is, which is 3. Yep, you don't have to put 1, okay? because it's going to work itself out. Now we simplify. So what do we have on the top? Okay, so we got negative 2 times 3 on the top because we got a negative 2 and a 3 over 3 on the bottom. Now there's actually two ways to go from here because we can actually cross cancel again, right? Look, we got 3 on the top, we got a 3 on the bottom, right? So we can cancel that out.
It'd be -2.
Negative 2, okay?
If you were
But yeah, you could certainly do negative 2 times 3 on the top, which is negative 6, and that would still reduce to negative 2. All right, for the final example, we're going to have negative 18 over
21.
You want to do 21? Okay. Even though that can be reduced, that's fine. I'm going to, okay. 7. Okay, sounds good to me. I'm going to put negative 7. Okay, negative 4. I'll put negative 7. And the reason I'm doing it that way. All right, top left by bottom right. What's negative 8 over 4 going to reduce to?
9 and 2.
Divide both by 2. It's going to be negative 9 over 2. All right, now let's do the top right by the bottom left. Okay, so 21's bigger than 7, right? So the answer is going to go on the bottom, right? What's 21 over negative 7? Negative 3. Now you can leave the negative on top, but a lot of times it's better if you just do it that way. Remember, a positive or negative is a negative. Okay, so now we're going to simplify that. Almost done. Let's do that. So on the top, we have negative 9. On the bottom, we have two things. We have negative 3 times 2. Okay. What's the easiest way to do this? Well, you can cross cancel again when you simplify. Negative 9 and negative 3. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. It becomes 3. Nope, negative over negative is a positive. Both negatives cancel, and the answer is 3 over 2. Listen up, guys. You could multiply the bottom. You would have gotten negative 9 over negative 6, but then you just would have been doing extra work, which is fine if that way makes sense to you better. Divide the top and bottom by negative 3, and you'd still get 3 over 2. Okay. Point is the first way is better, easier than the second way.